What's happening, everybody? I hope you're doing good. It's a beautiful evening. I was just about to sleep. Then I remembered that somebody sent me a message to say, hey, Zach, you know I watch you twice a day, every day. Keep doing what you do. Wow. So that inspired me quite much. So I thought about that person. I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. If I go to bed, they're going to be disappointed because you kind of get used to this very quickly. So let me not drop the ball. Okay. So thank you very much for being part of this. I appreciate you. Let's start by doing this. Give me the courage to continue doing this. Thank you very much. I see you, South Africa. Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you, Zimbabwe, Kenya. I see you, Ghana, Nigeria. Thank you very much, Somalia, Malawi, Ethiopia. Thank you very much, the UK, the United States of America, South America, Brazil. Thank you so much, Jamaica, Barbados, all of you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you very, very much. I know I see you, you see me, and we start developing brotherhood, family. I'm your brother. I truly am. Look at me. I look probably like one of your family members. I see the same in you. So let's make this bigger. Your first time, please subscribe so we can make this much bigger. We need our voice heard. Okay, so let's go. Let's jump into this. Very interestingly, we made a video about France very lately. You know how much France has been very present in Africa. You know that, not necessarily in a positive way, not this time at least. So France has suspended visas issuance to Malians. Okay, France will not give visas to Malians anymore. I put up a map here. I want people to see where Mali is. Mali, it's a beautiful country. It is very hot, but it's a nice country. They're very good people, very kind, very sweet people. Okay, Mali in Africa. Mali is one of those countries that was colonized by the French. And unfortunately, so many things have happened, and we're going to get into that. So France has cancelled the visas for Malians, and also has suspended issuance of visas for Malians. So you as a Malian citizen, if you want to go to France, you're not going to get a visa. They have suspended it. But there is a good news to that. The good news is Mali has suspended visas to French too. Bravo! Fellas, that's respect. So they say France and Mali suspend each other's visa issuing procedures. Tensions between the two countries continue to escalate after the coup d'etat that brought to power in Niger a military junta close to position in Bamako. So as we can see immediately, we can see the reason why France has suspended visa issuance to Malians. What happened? For good context. Okay, so we can understand. There's a country named Niger for the people that wasn't here. Okay. I encourage you to watch these two videos so you can catch up very quickly. But very quickly so you can get a concept quickly. There's a country named Niger in Africa. Very hot country, but nice people. Look at the map. This is Niger. Niger was also colonized by the French, same as many other African nations. Niger being colonized by France. After the independence, people thought they were independent, and it wasn't really independence. Absolutely not. Very lately, Nigerians decided to topple their president, whose name is Mohamed Bazoum, because he was working for the Western countries. He seemed to be working for the Western countries instead of working for his people. So the people were tired of him. They wanted change. So they toppled him out of power and they installed military personnel in the lead of the country. Because they did that, the French were not happy because obviously France has a lot of interest in Niger. They get uranium from Niger. The uranium they use for French energy. So 30% of French energy come from Niger. And it's uranium. Now, having a government toppled that way, a government that's very much used to the French people, it's not good news for the French people. Obviously, put yourself in France's shoes. You've been working with Niger for so many years, with specific presidents. Then all of a sudden, the specific president you are used to working with is toppled by another stranger who likes the Russians. You're not going to be happy, okay? Great. Now, the French were trying to do something in order to push ECOWAS to go and attack Niger and replace the previous president in power. After saying that, Mali and Burkina Faso said, we're not going to let you do that. Whoever comes and attack Niger is going to be declaring war to both Mali and Burkina Faso. So the problem becomes bigger. The French did not like that. And that is the reason why they are doing this. It has absolutely nothing to do with all the excuses they're presenting. We're going to read them through. So, French Foreign Ministry has announced the suspension of issuance of visa to Malian citizens. The French embassy suspended issuing new visas in the Malian capital Bamako earlier this week after Paris placed the country in a red zone. So Mali is in a red zone all of a sudden. It wasn't okay. There was no issue, but all of a sudden it is in a red zone. The red zone of countries its citizens are strongly advised not to travel to. So the French people and the Malian were okay. They were cool. Not friendly, but cool. Now all of a sudden something happens in Niger. French say we're going to come and topple you and place the old president. Malians and Burkina Faso say whoever they attack Nigerians is going to be declaring war to us. All of a sudden, France places Mali into the red list. Okay, now you're in the red list. I'm going to ask my citizens not to go visit you anymore because you are a dangerous country. Yeah. So France has put Mali in the red zones of country its citizens are strongly advised not to travel to. The Mali government responded by freezing new visas to French citizens at its embassy in Paris, in act of reciprocity, the Malian foreign ministry said. Reciprocity. You know what reciprocity is? If you slap me on the side, I'm not going to say slap me here. You slap me here, I'm going to break your face with haymaker.
Mwekassa backing Colette to the corner. And there goes Colette crashing to the canvas.
Congratulations. This is very good. Very different from the Congolese DRC a while back. The suspended visas for DRC citizens to Dubai. And what did they do? Nothing. You just sat there, comme ça, waiting for opportunities to go to Dubai. This is how you react. You show people you don't give a... Yeah. If you dare do something negative to us, we're going to do it back to you so you can understand how it feels. Don't stand there waiting. Oh, Dubai, please open the door. We dying to come into your country and come and spend our money, our hard-earned money. Even though you don't like us, you don't consider us. You don't have respect for us. This is how you respect yourself. Malian said, you know what? You don't want to give us visa? You can keep your visas. We're not giving you visas either. Good. Stay there. So France and Mali obviously fell out when the military seized power in Bamako in 2020, ousting elected President Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta over failure to stem the bloody jihadist insurgencies. These three countries, Niger, remember, Burkina Faso, and Mali, they have one thing in common. They toppled the presidents. Their presidents were working for Western nations, and the people did not like that. So in 2020, Malians toppled the president. His name is Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta. This president failed to destroy terrorists in the country. So the army had to take power from this guy because he wasn't doing anything. Same thing happened in Burkina Faso. And same thing now happening in Niger. And Mali and Burkina Faso are giving the necessary support to Niger to be free forever. Now this fellas doesn't end here. Burkina Faso is also a victim. France has stopped giving visas to Burkina Faso. Yes, they have been placed in a red list as well. Burkina Faso classified as red zone. The suspension aligned with the recent classification of Burkina Faso as the red zone by the French Ministry of Europe in Foreign Affairs. A diplomatic source attributes this to the security landscape in Niger and its broader implications. This is very, very simple, fellas. France is losing its grip in Africa. Many countries of Western African countries were colonized by France. And because they were colonized by France, they are still ruled in some ways by France. Let me tell you this. These are the list of the countries that were colonized by France in Africa. You see the list? All these countries use a currency named CFA franc. Did you hear that? The CFA franc is printed in France, not in those African countries. And every year they have to send about 30% of their money, of their gain to France. In the name of what? Colonialism. Now, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger are the three countries that are breaking off these shackles of France. And that's the reason why they're not locked. I'm going to remind you again very quickly so I don't make this too long, that France stopped its aid to Burkina Faso. It used to help Burkina Faso with 482 million euros for development aid. Obviously, you know, this type of money that's sent to Africa to make you believe that we're helping you. But in reality, it's African money that you use to persuade Africans to stay slave. So I'm not going to go any further. I want to know what you think about this. France suspending visa issuance to Mali, and Mali reciprocity saying you're not going to get visas to Mali. You stay in France. That's cool. France also blocking visas to Burkina Faso, and Burkina Faso, I'm not sure how they have reacted to this, but clearly France said Burkina Faso people will not come to France for this moment. So I don't know. Is this a good thing? Is this time for Africans to understand that it's time to really be free forever? If you truly don't want French people, then you shouldn't be worried about getting visas to France, right? You should focus on your country and develop it. I think that's just fair. Makes sense, right? Stay home, develop home, make it nice. all the things that you go looking for in Europe, create them back home where you are. And I think this is the right moment, the great opportunities, because these countries right now have the leaders that's necessary for the development of these countries. Please don't go without leaving your comments. We want to learn from you. We want to hear from you. Tomorrow, we're going to have another one, another bomb coming. Thank you very much. God bless. Your comment. Write it down. God bless.